So let's start with question number 3. How can we do transformations in SilverLight? So as we have said previously that SilverLight is mostly used to generate rich UI. So in case you want to basically play video, audio, you want to do animations, you want to generate a different kind of UI than a normal UI looks like, then definitely SilverLight is a way to go. Now definitely when we talk about animations, when we talk about rich UIs, you'd always like to do transformations. When I say transformations, for example, let's say that you have a text and you want to just tilt it by 45 degree. Let's say that you have a circle, you want to rotate it by 180 degree. Let's say that you have a rectangle, you want to skew it by some angle. So you would like to apply transformations on objects or text blocks or probably your complete user interface just to bring in more rich user experience. So what we'll do is that we will take 5 different kind of transformations which we can apply on objects, and we'll try to do the same practically in this video. So as discussed previously, we are going to show you 5 different type of transformation, and these 5 transformation will cover the overall basic syntax for transformations in SilverLight. So here's a simple text which we have rendered on the SilverLight renderer. So you can on the XAML renderer. So you can see that there's a simple text block, and we have a simple text call as that this text needs to be rotated by 45 degree. Now in order to rotate this text, or in order to transform this text by 45 degree, we need to use the text block dot render transform. So you can see that we have said that okay, for this text block we want to render we want to do transformation, and we want to rotate or we want to transform this text blocks by angle of 45 degree. Now if you look at the overall syntax, the structure of the syntax, so you basically have the object, and then you have the transformation detail inside the object. So for example, you can have a rectangle here, and then you can say okay, rectangle dot transform, rotate transform by angle 45 degree, and then end the rectangle transform. Okay, so the syntax is pretty simple. Start with your object, start with saying that object dot render transform, and then specify the transformation details. For example, here I have said that I need to rotate it by 45 degree, and then finally end the render transform. So this is the first example. In the same way, we are going to see 4 different type of transformations in the coming sections of the video. So let's check up the second example. Here's a simple text block text we have, and this text we want to scale it by 2. So we want to increase the width and height by 2. Okay, so for that we need to use the scale transform attribute. So you can again see it's the same thing. Here's the object, main object, text block. We have said okay, object, here is your rendering and transforming information, and it is that you need to scale and transform by a value of 2 on the x-axis. You can also say scale y and probably give it some kind of numerical value, and it will scale accordingly. So you can see that the text is now scaled to 2. So here's our third example, and in this example, or in this transformation example, what we want to do is that basically we want to position this text with the x and y value. So for that, you can use the translate transform. In translate transform, you can give what kind of x and y value you want to position the object. For example, here I have said that okay, the x is basically minus 100 and the y is basically minus 100. So this is your x and y axis, it should go in this way, and the minus 100 is here. So in case if I want to just make it 0 0, it will come at the center. So if I make it 0 and I make it 0, you will see that the x and y value comes at the center. If I just say 100 again, it will go plus 100 at this moment. I have said, you can see that it has shifted the x and y coordinates. So in case you want to position your object exactly on the SilverLight screen, then you can use the translate transform attribute. So here's a fourth example of transformation. In this example, we have not taken up text block, but we have taken up a rectangle, so that we can show you the different kind of variations you can apply of transformation on different objects. So let's say that what you want is you basically want to just tilt this rectangle by some degree. So for that, you can use the skew transform. So again the same thing, you have to say object dot render transform first, and then you can specify your skew transform. So at this moment what I've said is for this rectangle I want to skew it by a 45 degree. So you can see that it has just tilted it by a 45 degree angle. You can also give in case you are looking forward for negative value, you can also give negative values in negative values if you want to skew the transformation in a different way. So in this way you can use skew transform to tilt or to give a slight variation to your object. Okay, so here is the fifth and the final example of transformation. Now let's say that you have a rectangle, or let's say you have any kind of object. You can think about text block, you can think about rectangle, And let's say that you want to apply 2 or 3 different kind of transformations on it. In other words, let's say that you want to skew it and also you want to rotate it. Now if you want to apply a group of transformation attributes, or if you want to apply a group of transformation nature on object, then in that case, you would like to use the transform group. For example, here I am saying yes, I want to apply 2 kind of transformation. First is that I want to skew it by 45 degree and I want to rotate it by 45 degree. In case I remove this, you can see that it is just skewed and this is rotated. If I remove the skew, it's just a rotation. So in this way, you can apply 2 or 3 different kind of transformation nature on an object by using transform group. I hope that this video series was useful. I have taken up approximately 5 different kind of transformations, but I think you can probably I know that there are 1,000 different way of doing transformations and applying transformation on object, or I'll say there are 1,000 different types of transformations you can apply on SilverLight objects. But I've covered the basic 5 ones because I think it depends on that how much you experiment, how much you love animations, or how much you can take forward from this. So in other words, it completely depends on an individual that how much he wants to practice ahead. But I have covered 5 different transformations from where you can just have a quick start.